Like and subscribe on the way in the door, my people. I hope you all are having a truly fantastic day today on this Saturday. And you know, I normally don't post on Saturdays, but after the Lakers won against the Celtics, just kind of got me thinking about some things, and I just kind of want to express those things. So, you see the title of the video, and the question is, why did this happen? And I want to give my opinion on why I think this happened. First of all, so I watched some of the post-game interviews and post-game show, you know, with James Worthy and Robert Horry. And Robert Horry said something kind of to the effect that that was the best team basketball he had seen the Lakers play. You know, everyone was passing decisively and whatnot. And, you know, the kind of the thing everybody was saying in a lot of different places, well, you know, the Lakers probably had something to prove or wanted to make sure they didn't get blown out the water since AD and LeBron wasn't there. But I kind of have a slightly different perspective on this, a slightly different take on this. And what I think is it goes back to LeBron James' leadership. It goes back to the fact that I said I think the worst move Anthony Davis made was playing alongside of LeBron, because he should have played along someone else who could have taught him, mentored him how to be a better leader on a team. But unfortunately, he chose to play with LeBron James, and I feel like LeBron James is a terrible leader, and that terrible leadership has spread to Anthony Davis. Now, here's some of the many things, or at least some of the few things, that I've said about LeBron James and his leadership. Number one, and maybe not his leadership, but just maybe things I've noticed about LeBron James on the court. Number one, I said a lot of times it looks like he's overthinking the situation. You know, again, he gets praised for this high IQ, but again, when I see LeBron play, what I see is he lacks good instincts for the game of basketball. You know, it's like with Michael Jordan and Larry Bird. You know I bring those two up a lot, but to me, those guys are the perfect examples in many ways. Not only are they the perfect examples for a lot of things about the game of basketball, but they also kind of cover the whole spectrum of the possibilities, because they're similar to me in competitiveness. They're similar in the fact that they really have down the fundamentals, but they cover the spectrum. The reason I say that is because you have one who is extremely athletic, you know, arguably the most athletic player we've had in the NBA. And then on the other side, you have Larry Bird, who may be on the less athletic side. And the reason I like to bring these two up, because again, to me, Larry Bird is the perfect example that the athleticism part isn't everything. Again, a lot of it is developing good instincts for basketball, which I would classify as IQ. You know, what they classify for LeBron as IQ, I think is, I don't know what to call it, but doesn't look like smart basketball to me. But yeah, so a lot of times when LeBron James is on the court, like I said, to me, it looks like he's overthinking the situation. And if you have somebody like that who is your leader, well, then what do you think that happens to the role players? To me, that makes for an indecisive team. Again, going back to the whole J.R. Smith debacle that happened. To me, that happened because LeBron James is not a great leader. That's right, fanboys. I'm putting this on LeBron James. To me, when you have an indecisive team, that indecisiveness comes from the top. That comes from your leader not being a decisive person. And like I said, all that overthinking on the basketball court instead of just letting your instincts take over. You know, it's constantly about what's supposed to happen. Okay, this person is supposed to be there. I know this coach's offensive strategies and defensive strategies. So this is what's supposed to happen. But it's like, sometimes you got to stop thinking about that, and you just got to play basketball. You just got to react. And again, LeBron James is not good at that. So to me, when LeBron James and AD set out, to me, those players, all the pressure was off. They actually just got to play basketball. They got to play basketball without someone interfering, saying, hey, you were supposed to be doing this and you were supposed to be doing that, and trying to micromanage their every move on the court, which is what I feel like LeBron James does in a lot of cases. I feel like there are stories of that, and the people who have told stories of, oh, LeBron James, I think I've seen Iman Shumpert tell some of these stories. Oh, LeBron James, he'll have the ball and be direct. And you micromanaging. Again, So now, having said that, it kind of makes me think about a bigger thing in general. So the Lakers did so well without LeBron and AD, it kind of made me think about just the stars in the league in general, right? And it made me think that maybe, just maybe, we have gotten to the point to where, even though more talented, maybe more potential, the stars are so spoiled that maybe we would actually have better basketball without a lot of these stars. Yeah, I just said that. Maybe we would actually have a better brand of basketball without a lot of these stars who are making ridiculous amounts of money for being whiny babies. Going to the players who are making less money, so who feel like they have something to prove, are making less money so they don't get like I said, they don't get baby like the stars do. So they have a more hungry attitude towards the game. That's the other thing that I felt like happened with the Lakers Celtics thing. Is that when you remove the babies out of the equation, when you remove LeBron and AD out of there, obviously this is more about LeBron and less about AD. But again, I feel like AD has been influenced by LeBron in a negative fashion. So when you remove that out of the equation, I feel like, again, you open the door up for the hungrier players to play. And not only are they hungry, but like I said, now they don't have the pressure of being micromanaged by the so-called king, by the so-called chosen one. And then one more thing that kind of speaks to what I'm saying about this whole micromanaging thing. And, he didn't say it exactly. But, well, first of all, let me, side note, Darvin Ham should be rubbing this in everybody's face. Darvin Ham should be rubbing this in everybody's face. Oh, you talking about getting rid of me, but then LeBron and AD sit out and we beat the Lakers? Yeah, something tells me maybe I'm not the problem. But but aside from that, so like I said, the other thing that is kind of going back to my point about the whole micromanaging. Now, Darvin Ham didn't come out and say this exactly, but he said something to the effect that he said something to the effect that sometimes when LeBron and AD is there, that he feels like, the role players or some of the other players like Austin Reeves and whatnot are thinking too much about getting them the ball versus just playing. And again, to me, this overthinking thing, to me, this happens when you are being micromanaged by somebody like LeBron James. Because then you start to second guess yourself. Then you're not just playing basketball. And it's a difference between playing basketball with a star on your team, and having that star micromanage what you're doing. That's a different thing. And again, I think another thing that makes this a disadvantage is that there are no roles anymore. So even though, like with the Chicago Bulls, you had Michael Jordan, who was a demanding player. You had Michael Jordan, who you knew at the end of the game, he was definitely getting the ball. The ball is going through his hands. But because everybody had a role, again, like I said, I've seen Michael Jordan be in position to get a rebound and then back off so that the center or the power forward or someone else, who has more of a role in rebounding can get that rebound. And to me, that's a big deal. Again, it's recognizing that everybody has jobs on the team, and I'm going to let you do your job. I'm not going to interfere with your job for the sake of padding my stats. I'm not going to do that. But anyway, we going to hold up here. Like I said, I just kind of want to get my thoughts off about this whole Lakers winning against the Celtics without LeBron James and AD. And again, I think that says a lot. I think Darvin Ham should be rubbing this in people's faces. I think that this actually may speak to a bigger problem in the league. Like I said, I believe that just maybe if we set a lot of these superstars down, these spoiled, entitled superstars, we would get a better brand of basketball from the so-called lesser players who were hungrier to play. But anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. What all do you think contributed to the fact? I mean, we all know the deal. We all know that LeBron James sitting out, it was a huge factor, like I said, because then he's not micromanaging. Then he's not bringing his bad energy to the team. Then he's not bringing his not getting back up the court. Let me stop this video before I go off. Like I said, you can't really say enough bad things about the negative effect that LeBron James has on the team. Like I said, through all the stuff, not setting the tone as a leader, not setting the tone with his hustle. But anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. You all have a truly fantastic day, and I'll see you next time. All right.